I don't believe ukuthi ngake ngasupporta lamasimba lawa Anele Mngadi. Nali dusha leli elizibiza ngoprofessor liphinde lizibize ngodoctor. Leli elihlezi likwetiza isilungu la elicabanga ukuthi yonke into nje inge-education ne-English yamasimba. I regret supporting that bullshit. I regret supporting that idiot. I regret. Ngaze ngayicelela uxhaso ebukhosini lensha le yedusha ngayicelela uxhaso laphana ebukhosini ngathi amakhosi awasondele eduze kwayo ayelekelele lensha le ngoba naku ngitshela ukuthi ngangisiza umuntu wesifazane ohlukumezekile ohlukunyezwe iStandard Bank kanti unevision yokwakha iuniversity. Ngithe sangibona ilokuze bathini red bunny. Ngithe sengibona ilokuze sengibona ukuthi kukhona ukushaya amanzi la. Uyabo? Nange secela imali manje usecela imali waya la ko TikTok usecela abantu ukuthi banikele imali ngabona ukuthi hey ngayisupport ishit. Kanti ngisupport iqola. Ayike uyabona ke manje wenza okuwesi usevele wagxeka ukuhanjiswa kwezigebengu ezama foreigners la eSouth Africa usevele wayigxeka yonke ke lonto lomfazi lo. Hey ayi ngiyayisola ukuthi ngangiyisupportelani leli dusha lensha le. Yo umuntu ke wasupporta amasimba. Lo sihlama lo ethi uprofessor Dr. Masimba Mngadi. Amasimba liyansha liya. Hey, ningayisupport lo adoti nina. Yekani ukusupporta lawa amasimba edusha. Ligcwele amasimba lela dusha leliya. Gcwele amasimba. Uyabo? Ngangitshela ukuthi ngiphosa isandla kowesifazane inkosi yami ovulnerable ohlukunyezwe uStandard Bank kanti amasimba eqola ingquza esifebe ningayisupport liyansha kade uyastakelwa inja.
This is uStandard Bank. This is uProfessor Anele Hammond, and right now ngizoxolisa. Standard Bank ngiyaxolisa that I fell victim to the lie. Ngiyaxolisa ukuthi I believed the lie. Kukhona izinto that uprofessor ayishilo kwi-page lakhe ama-video wawenze landelana talking about March and March, talking about us as abantu abamnyama citizens yase-South Africa. It made me realize ukuthi no man, no. From the very beginning, it was all a lie. She is not the person ebesiyitshela ukuthi uyena, and right now ngim-unfollowile and I blocked her. I hope I never run into i-video yakhe. Worst part, I believed the lie. Ngaze ngenza i-video ngachaza i-video yami it hits 1.5 million in a day, and right now it is 16 as 5 million, 4 million lapho. Social media is very dangerous. If you believe in a lie, and if you decide ukuthatha i-video and talk about that lie, contributing kwi-smear campaign, contributing emangeni, ku-wrong lokho. Ku-wrong lokho. I'm not saying ukuthi Standard Bank is perfect, but I'm saying ukuthi kule scenario le, kule simo lesi kade senzeka, after everything uDr. Hammond has said nge-March and March ngama-illegal immigrants, after revealing the kind of mindsets anayo, not taking away from the fact ukuthi she is a very qualified woman, ufundile, very educated, kodwa manje khona izinto ayishilo that made me see the truth, and kwaqala kwavuleka amehlo and I saw the lie. Ngiyaxolisa Standard Bank. I'm sorry. I didn't believe you, but you guys were the victims la.
At some point in the primary education, we are taught about the Big Five. And in South Africa, we don't just coexist with these animals. They are our spirit animals. When it comes to South African youth, consider us as like buffaloes. We don't back off from the storm. When buffaloes sense the storm, they run straight into the storm. They don't back off. So we will not be bullied in our country. Now we can see that a very educated and heavy academic voices have joined the opposition. I watched the 4-part series created by Professor Anele. I must say, yeah, it's very heavy to listen to that for someone that I idolize, for someone who's so invested in education and decolonizing the education system. I was so excited seeing voices like that one of Professor Anele join the chat and join young people on the ground to deconstruct and decolonize this education system. But seeing that she is choosing to be on the opposition when young people are fighting other issues that are affecting them in the society, it's quite a disappointment. While listening to that 4-part series, I was not really surprised. Most of the things that she spoke about, they are already spoken about by the opposition. EFF had already played those cards, so they were not new cards until she played two cards that when she played them, I was like, no, my sister, you can't play these ones. The first card that she played, it was already played by the EFF, but coming from her, I was like, no, you can't do that. She was challenging us to do a head count and say, on the 1st of July, I challenge you to do a head count and tell me how many jobs you have created with this much and much. I mean, for someone who started this 4-part series asking us to be lenient, and she was telling us that she's coming from an educated standpoint, there was no way she could play that card. She urged us to listen from educated standpoint, but she didn't use education in serving her point of debate. In the past, she told us about how she spent millions of money in making sure that she's conducting a feasibility study in South Africa, as well as a comparative analysis with other countries' education system that were working. That work didn't happen overnight. But when it comes to South African issues that needs research and she's not interested in, they must happen overnight. No one can come here and tell me that they don't see what is happening. I may be responding on top of Professor Anele's video right now, but this message goes to all South Africans, all the academics of this South Africa, the beautiful educated group of this South Africa that refuse to believe that more than one thing can be true at the same time. Because much and much is constantly putting pressure on the government, we get to see the SIU at work. Every day we are finding out in this country. We see SIU reporting stats. We can tell those are false positives. That's not the true stats, but it's in the right direction. We're still going to fight and find the right numbers. They are not the right numbers. The data is being skewed. We can tell. We cannot base everything on academia and research. Academia is captured. They can never tell us what is really happening in townships. We stay there. We live there. When we see something we don't like, we will talk about it and we will act on it. In the basis of local economy and creating jobs overnight, it's not going to happen. And any academic who is learned will know that it's not going to happen overnight. Currently, we're just fighting to get back our economy from those who stole it from us. And the SIU, the work that is being done by the SIU, is helping us fight for that economy. Once we get that economy, we don't want it as it is. We want it supported by the government. We will relaunch that economy. When we relaunch it, we want the government to support it, fund it, and protect it with legislative measures. We don't want it to just be as it is. We want it protected from those that are outside. That economy must work for us, so we're still in the long walk to freedom. On top of the industries that are pre-existing, we want to launch and formalize other industries that are already there. For example, the beauty and hair industry is a multi-billion industry, but it's informal in South Africa. South Africans spend a lot of money every month buying beauty and hair products, but that industry is dominated by global giants, while there are capable South Africans that can formulate those products. That's why we want the government to protect, fund, and support this industry. Some of you are just in the opposition because you stand to gain nothing from that industry. On top of relaunching that industry, we want to review and evaluate funding instruments. We don't want them to favor the minority. We don't want them to favor a certain group of people. We want it to be so accessible in a way that that young girl, Ekazi, who knows how to plait hair, have access to that funding. We want to remove all the friction, all the blockers, and the monopoly that comes with funding instruments. We want it to be accessible to South Africans because it is for South Africans. There's a lady by the name Liz Letwalo, the founder of Masodi Organics. She built a hair care line, a hair care range from a salary. You could ask yourself, where was the government? Where were they when she was doing that? They were there, but they were not helping. While we are here, shout out to you, Mpogoto. Very proud of you, my lady. But what about that young girl, Ekasi, who's not working, who's unemployed? How is she going to fund the same thing? Because Liz Letwalo was building it and funding it from her salary. What about the ones that are unemployed? How are they going to do that? The second card that Professor Anele played is giving Zimbabwe. Something is not to make sure about it. Because she's saying, I invite you to come and follow me. Follow me and let's fight against this white minority. She is inviting us to come and fight white minority. While we are not saying no, that is level, it's level 5 while we are still on level 1. And she's also saying we must leave this one that we are fighting. This fight that we are fighting, we must leave it because it's irrelevant. And go fight another one at the top. The one that suits her because she's at the top. How about us? How do you expect people that are crawling on the ground to come and fight at the top? Why are you not fighting with them? Why are you not coming down to the ground and see what is happening really there and fight with them instead of inviting them to come to your level and fight there? We will get there. We do want to fight the white minority, but we cannot fight on hungry stomach. The reason why we find ourselves with this much corruption and all things that are happening and going wrong in this country with governance is because people are operating on empty stomachs. They are not able to make just decisions. So we don't want to repeat whatever is happening. We don't follow people in South Africa, we follow movements. Even following you and being with you, we were not following you as a human. We were following the movement, your movement, not you. Even Jacinta knows we don't follow her, we follow Match and Match. If tomorrow Jacinta comes here and tells us something completely different, we will boo her. And knowing South Africans, because Jacinta is us, we are Jacinta. That's why the difference is. We don't follow her. She is our voice up there. Before Match and Match, most South African youth were following the EFF until they turned the E 90 degrees clockwise. Then we left because now it was no longer a movement for the people. It was an individual person's movement. We don't follow people. And again, for anyone who's going to come here and try to make me see this from different light, see different angles, be just and all that, this is South Africa. This is South African youth. We are buffaloes. This is different landscape. You cannot come with your advices from your failed countries to come and apply in South Africa. When buffaloes sense the storm, they don't back off. We face the music. We face the storm. And for that, we shall fight. We shall march and march and march until we win.
Njengomzalwane uNkulunkulu uyasazisa ukuthi kubalekile ukuthi simkhulumele umfelokazi, simkhulumele intandane, abantu abahluphekile, sibakhulumele abantu abangakwazi ukusikhulumela. And when ngibezwa becomplaina bekhala besho ukuthi labantu bangaphandle basiqambela amanga mani ngalamabandla abo, that basitshela ukuthi masinikele ngeingane zethu enizinto zizokhanya, that kuningi okukhohlakela abazivuruvaya ngaba vuruvaya ogogo bethu oma bethu kuningi. So ngiyalalela bese ngiba nozwelo. Ngiphinde futhi ngizwe as a South African, ngizwe ama-South Africans ekhala esho ukuthi labantu laba badayisela iy'ngane ama-shapes, oswidi, iqeda ezino-poison, iy'ngane zethu ziyafa. Ngiba nozwelo. Ngiphinde futhi njengomZulu, uma ngabe ngizwa amaZulu esho etheni hayi bo, nazi izinto esidila nazo, ngiphinde futhi ngibe nozwelo. So the reason why ngikubeka kanjena is because I assume now you're a South African. Angazi ukuthi what tribe you are as a South African, whether umZulu, umXhosa, uMpedi, I don't know. So even in those categories, ungitshela ukuthi uzwelo lakho alukho. Awumzweli wena umuntu wakini, even if awumzweli ke umZulu, lo muntu lo umXhosa, lo muntu lo uMpedi, or however lo okhalayo esho ukuthi labantu bangaphandle bayahlukumeza, bayazicindezela la eNingizimu Afrika. Angazi uma umzalwane yini, but even nabantu abazalwane laba bakhalayo, wena awuluzo, wena awubi nozwelo for bona. You mentioned Europe, Washington, Europe, abantu they are able to just travel in and out, in and out. Yeah, sure, because Europe is well established. Europe, mangabe umuntu oseGermany ehamba yongena eEngland, akahlali khona ngaphinda aphume, uyahamba. Labantu laba bako Nigeria and all these other countries, they come as tourists to South Africa and then they stay for 21 years, bavula amabhizinisi. Tell me, how is that possible? If umuntu wase France ahamba yovisit iGermany or yovisit however it is, uyavakasha ahambe. Thina bahambi bayahlala in our country. I think sometimes nenza ngamasibomu, maybe you'll have your own agendas as to why ningas understand. It's not because an understanding. Maybe it could be because khona agenda wena onayo personally. That is why you stand for ukuthi no ama-illegal migrants mawahlala. Because ngeke uze ungitshele ukuthi understand ukuthi ama-South Africans akhalela ukuthini. Ngeke uze ungitshele lokho. And the craziest part of all of this is when nisho izinto like vulani ingqondo. Usicekelela phansi as ama-South Africans ukuthi ngathi asinangqondo. Ayingithandi leyo. Where I see ama-South Africans ekhuluma lana ethi hayi ngizokhuluma vele anginaso isi-English esiphezulu. Bukela manje how people are viewing themselves. One thing about South Africans is that even you take an adult wase-America, umuntu wa South Africa ofunde from grade 1 till grade 12 waqeda lapho is more clever than umuntu wase-America. Ama-South Africans thina sifundile thina, and our education is extremely high level. We know our geography, we know our countries, we know economical state, we understand how the world works. But ukuthi nikhulume these small little terms, vulani ingqondo, cabangani, usicekelela phansi, usibukela phansi. And South Africans, because of the propaganda, yongathi asifundile, that is why now push now the same narrative, ukuthi asifundile, si lazy, but awusho ngomlomo wakho, but usebenzisa certain terminologies ukusicekelela phansi. South Africans nihlakaniphe kabi nini, and that is why futhi ni understand imash and mash, because nihlakaniphile. Sikhuliswe thina abazali ababathenga ama-newspapers, bahlale bafunde newspapers. Thina sikhule sifunda i-newspaper sibancane ngoba nakho the one was all over the house. Sihlakaniphile thina. Singayivumeli le propaganda yabantu abacabanga ukuthi ngenxa yokuthi they have traveled, bacabanga ukuthi bahlakaniphile. That is not true. And sihlakaniphe kabi thina South Africa. That is why we understand imatch and match, understand no Jacinta. That is why sikwazi ukusibona ukuthi khona into off laphayana with regards to abaphathi bethu. Masingalokho sikhohlisa abantu ngenxa yokuthi bayafika lana umuntu uhlale ukhuluma slow, sicabanga ukuthi uhlakaniphile more than us. No, that's not true. Sihlakaniphe kabi thina. Iy'kole zethu khona iy'ngane zase-America ezifikayo zizofunda eSouth Africa zithi my goodness, the way the work is, the way imfundiso is in South Africa, it is out of this world. That bayabona ukuthi man, education system yalana is completely different. Masingakhohliseki abantu abacabanga ukuthi ngenxa yokuthi bona they've went to 1 or 2 countries sebezitshela ukuthi bahlakaniphile kunathi as-South Africans. Sihlakaniphe kabi thina. Abazali bethu baphuma kwi-apartheid basifundisa ukubhala nokufunda. Masingabavumeli nje ukuthi basikhohlise ngenxa yokuthi umuntu ke wagibela ibhanoyi noma ubani engagibela ibhanoyi. Mina nje yazi nje kuningi that I can say with regards to this, but izovela nje ngiyibambe lapho, and that's it.
Hello Mzansi, welcome to Mgosi waseMzansi. And now abantu baseMzansi, they are sending a message to Professor Anele and saying ukuthi how much they regret kumsupporta ngestori sakhe sesi-Standard Bank. Prof Anele watrenda kakhulu expose Standard Bank ngilabantu labaningi baqala khona kumati, and now that she's making videos defending foreigners, bantu bathi baqala ngabada story sakhe nje, people asengozini bayatisuluka ukuthi baze bamsupporte and bayaqolisa futhi naku-Standard Bank, because lo make lona abasamtholi sisi kahle kahle kokuthi umuntu lo njani. So Max Makhanya uyasho ukuthi hey uyatisola na njengoba siboleni na zero wenkinga wendi video saying ukuthi acolisa ku-Standard Bank uyatisola lo make nawo simbona defend ama-foreigners, athi thinking at ama-South Africans adibangwa ama-foreigners, and people are saying ukuthi hayibo ungiprofessor lo njani lo ufunzile luqabanga kancane ngale ndlela udefende nebantu laba la South Africa ngalokungekho emthethweni. Do comment your thoughts down on the comment section. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. I'm signing out. Goodbye.